welcome back to BeautyB and welcome to my December 2021 update for my project 100 uses. I think this is probably going to be a pretty quick update. I have my little bin of things. I upgraded to a bigger bin, so I'm not sure if there are fewer things than usual to talk about or if it's just a giant bin so it looks like there's fewer things. We'll find out. So the way that I structure these updates is we go through my Hall of Shame, which are the things that I have not used at all over the previous month, and my Hall of Fame, which are the items that I've gotten to a benchmark use goal. So because my overall goal is to get to 100 uses, we talk about benchmark goals at 20, 50, and then the big 100. So we usually cycle through face, eyes, and lips in some order. And I think that today we're going to start with face. Sure. I actually have nothing in my Hall of Shame in my face category, which is amazing. I'm so happy with that. That means I'm doing a good job of rotating through things. I also decluttered, I think, just one or two face items a couple of weeks ago, which I'm sure has also contributed to that. And I'm just thrilled to know that I'm actually cycling through things. That makes me very, very happy. So let's talk about the things that I got up to 20 uses. This first item definitely should have been in my last update. I don't know why it wasn't. But this is my e.l.f. powder blush palette. I have the one in light. There are 4 blushes in here. The one that I've probably used the most is this light pink. But I have gotten at least a little bit of use out of all 4 of these shades. This was sitting at, I believe, 23 uses in my last update, and now it's up to 27. I don't know why I didn't talk about it hitting 20 uses, but it did, and I'm really happy with that. I've been pretty happy with this little quad overall. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's a necessity in my collection, but there are some shades in there that I don't have other places, and I think the quality is good enough. Another item that I got to 20 uses is from Tarte. This is a little mini blush. It's the same size as the ones that they put in that Sephora birthday gift a couple of years ago. You know, Party, that one that the entire Project Pan community seems to want to kill. But this is actually quirky. It was their being Tarte's birthday gift this year, and I think last year as well. But I have gotten this up to 20 uses, and it looks practically untouched except for where I unsuccessfully tried to see if I could easily pry this out. Note to self, do not try to depot these Tarte products. It doesn't work that well. So, happy with my progress on that. Kind of wish that it looked used, but oh well. What are you gonna do? And then I have one item up to 50 uses, and that is a blush from Wet n Wild. This is Hummingbird Hype. This was from their spring collection probably 4 or 5 years ago at this point. I just got this in 2020 though. I'd been lusting after it for a while, and it turns out that they still had it on sale on their website. So I have gotten this up to 50 uses. They say that this is a blush. On me, this is more of a blush topper. I imagine that for deeper skin tones, this could probably make a really beautiful highlight. But I don't see a ton of people using this as a straight up blush. It is pretty shiny for that, but very pretty. Next, we are moving on to eyes. I have 3 items in my Hall of Shame eye category, and I'm giving myself a bit of a pass on one of them. This is really representative of originally 3 items. I know I'm down to just 1. These are my e.l.f. glitters. They're like the Stila Glitter and Glows, I think. This one that I have remaining is in 24 karat gold. I had a silver one and a rose gold. I finished off the rose gold one, and the reason that I'm giving myself a pass on the Hall of Shame for this set of products is I tried to use the silver one yesterday or this morning. This morning, actually, and it was dried out. It was crumbly, and I haven't opened this one again to check that it's okay. I hope it is, but I don't know. Points for trying. I want to get a little bit more use out of this before it goes bad as well. I think you can see that I have used this quite a bit. There is a gap in the product. There's quite a bit of windowing, but we'll see. I'd like to get some more use out of this before it eventually goes bad as well. Next up, another product that I need to use before it goes bad. This is from Colourpop, and it's one of their Jelly Much shadows. Now, I got this on very, very good discount, so it wouldn't surprise me if this was kind of on its way out already, but look at that. This is such a fun texture. You can really build it up to just be one swipe pigment. It's very glittery, it's very textured and interesting. I don't have any problems with fallout or anything like that. I don't need to use a glitter glue or a base. It's just a really, really fun product. This one is in the shade Desert Days, and though the texture is still good for the moment, I know that it's only a matter of time with this one. I can feel that it's already becoming a little bit less jelly than it was when I first got it, which was only a few months ago. And I suspect that even when I got it, which when was that? Probably late summer sometime, it just seemed like it was maybe a little bit less of that bouncy texture than some of the YouTubers that I'd seen with it when they first came out had experienced. Okay, and then my last item in the Hall of Shame for my eye category is again from Colourpop. It's a Super Shock Shadow, and this is in the shade Ladybird. I am fairly certain that the reason this is in my Hall of Shame this month is that I bought 3 new Super Shocks over Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and I've just been paying more attention to those than this one. This one is very pretty. It is quite different from any of the other Super Shocks that I've picked up. So I will make a point of using this in December. And really, this is a perfect December, January color. I mean, I have 0 plans for New Year's Eve, except for like maybe going to my parents' house, except my parents are usually in bed by like 8:45. So I guess my New Year's Eve plan is sitting in my pajamas at home. But if I had a more exciting life, wouldn't that be like a gorgeous New Year's Eve look? So festive, so pretty. Love it, just haven't been using it. The 2 eye products in my Hall of Fame for this month are both housed in this rainbow palette I pulled together. It's probably not that surprising that shades that made it into this palette also got used, but the 2 shades that I want to talk about specifically are my Natasha Denona Camel single. I got this from Sephora as, I want to say I got this as a point perk, but I don't 100% remember if this was a point perk or something, that you could like enter a code for a mini at checkout. But this is the one Natasha Denona product I have ever owned. It is just this Camel Eyeshadow. It's a very nice matte. I like to put this in my crease. I'm going for a little bit of a warmer look. And it's really nice. It's hasn't made me go out and buy a Natasha Denona palette, but I really do like that shade. And the other eyeshadow that I've gotten up to a usage mark is actually at 50 uses. This is from Tarte. It is their single shadow in Pinup, which is stunning. Let me swatch that. I got a kind of a powdery finger highlight. Finger swatch, goodness. But there is Pinup. It is a white with kind of a golden pearl to it. It's very, very pretty. I do not think that these Tarte shadows are worth the normal price. These are usually marked as like $13 or $14 on the Tarte website. But I got this on some kind of really good sale for like $3 or $4. And it is amazing quality for that price. I think that this is a fabulous, fabulous inner corner highlight. It makes a nice brow bone highlight. I use it on my cheeks quite a bit. If you are like me and gold tends to give you some problems as a cheek highlight especially, I'm fair enough that golden tones will often just look dark on me. Maybe give this a go. This is really, really nice. And it does pull more gold on my skin than it looks in the pan. I mean, I think you can see that just in the swatch. And now we move on to lips. This is the category where I have the biggest win, but also where I have the most items in my Hall of Shame. Though really, it's only 4 items this month, which I think is amazing considering how many lip products I have worked my way up to. I think I bet in my last video, or a couple videos ago, I thought that I was right around 30 lip products. It turns out I'm more at like 45-ish. So I think it's actually great that I only managed to completely neglect 4 products this month. But still, I totally neglected 4 products this month. So let's go through them. The first is bad because I'm actually trying to work on this for a project. This is Dirty Talk from NYX in my supporting cast project pan. So the goal is not to finish this or anything, but I do want to see some use on it. I didn't touch it in the past month though. I feel like when I've been wanting something pretty dark and relatively vampy this month, I've been reaching for something that's a little bit more purple, like what I'm wearing today, which is Darkroom from Melt. This is just a little bit more on the red and even pinky side. So, haven't been using that. Colourpop 1000%. This would go in the same category, really. This is a dark burgundy. I used this quite a bit in October, especially. So I think I just was feeling a little bit burned out on it. And again, I was reaching for something a little bit more purple rather than burgundy when I wanted to go dark in this past month. Did I say that right at all? When I wanted to go dark or deep in the past month. We'll see. Next up, I have my Melt Rebound Liquid Lip. I'm just not good about using this. I don't particularly like it. I'm not willing to part with it, but I don't like it, so this just appears in my Hall of Shame basically every other month, because one month I don't use it, the next month I feel ashamed of myself, hence the Hall of Shame, and I force myself to use it once or twice, and then the next month I don't use it again. We're just going to keep in that cycle until I break it at some point, but I don't have a lot of hope for that really soon. And then I'm not really sure if this one belongs in my Hall of Shame or not. This is my Dior 999 lipstick. This is beautiful. It's probably my single favorite lipstick in my entire collection. It is the most gorgeous, glamorous Old Hollywood red on me. I feel really lovely when I wear this. And I suspect that part of that is that it, has the Dior logo on it, and the packaging is really nice. But I do think it just looks really good on me too. And the formula is quite nice, of course. And I'm not sure that I didn't wear this in the past month. I think I did, and I just forgot to mark it, but for transparency, my records indicate I did not wear this. And really, even if I only wore this once, that's such a shame because I love the way this looks on me, and it's my favorite lipstick. Also, it would be a giant bummer if I think this is like a $38 lipstick went bad on me. Now, I got this and another Dior lipstick through Influencer, so I did not pay $35 or $38 for them, but still, I would repurchase this, but gotta use my things. Goodness gracious, it's not that hard, except apparently it is. Okay, 2 items that I got to goal marks. That's actually not great for this category. I think I have like 2 or 3 things that are sitting at 18, 19, 48 uses. So hopefully this Hall of Fame will be significantly larger in next month's update. But the first item that we have in the Hall of Fame is from Anastasia. This is the shade Dead Roses. It's one of their matte lipsticks. I just have a mini, but I got this up to 20 uses, and I have most of the lipstick left. I think that this will actually last me probably close to 50 uses, which is amazing. It is this really beautiful sort of dusty mauve-y brown shade. It's very pretty. It is such a nice cool toned fall nude, and I'm just really happy with this. I think it is a bit on the dry side. They were not kidding around when they said it was matte, and I find that this does tug and look a little bit nasty if I don't use lip balm underneath. However, with lip balm underneath, it's beautiful. Also, I love that Anastasia just scaled down their packaging. I mean, you have the 2-toned lipstick bullet, you have the nice snap closure. This is just an impressive little piece of packaging, and I know it doesn't really matter, but it's a nice touch. Then this last item is not technically up to 100 uses, but I'm giving this to myself. This is sitting at 97 uses right now, and I have rage quit this lip gloss. Of course there's going to be product now because it's been sitting on its side, but the last couple times I have gone to use this NYX Butter Gloss and Tiramisu, I've needed to dip the wand in like 4 times to coat my lips, and I just hate that. That's obnoxious. If I'm reaching for lip gloss, it's because I want something fuss-free. And if I'm fighting a lip gloss, that's no longer fuss-free. So, here is what that is looking like. It is pretty. It's a really easy everyday shade. I'm glad to have it used up, of course. I wish that I'd been able to get it to 100 uses, but it's sitting at 97 uses right now. So I've decided, executive decision, it can join my 100 club. And I think that's pretty cool because I actually didn't think that a lip product was ever going to make it into that 100 club. I thought that if anything would, it would probably be one of my Revlon lipsticks, because those fall in that area of I wear them a lot, and there's a lot of product in them. I didn't think that most glosses could even get you to 100 uses, especially since I only count 1 use per day, even if I might reapply this 4 or 5 times throughout a day. It's just 1 use for me, but there were well over 100 uses because I started counting after I'd owned this for a summer and used it a lot during that summer. So yeah, we have 1 item joining the 100 Club this month. I think that there should be, I actually don't know if anything's going to join next month. I have a few items hanging out in the 80s. So with some concerted effort, they could get to 100. I just don't know if that concerted effort is going to happen. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you consider liking and subscribing if you did. I really hope that I will see you all next time. Bye!